Good to see you.
Hello. Good to see you.
You look great.
Thank you. You too. Thank you for
you.
coming.
Thanks for having me.
can-
Nice space.
Thank you. You can take a seat
I'm
here.
gonna sit here for a very long time and have this empty canvas, which I don't even know what the design is.
Are you scared?
I think it's going to be like an enabling thing. After I do this, I might get the tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah,
let's
you
see
might.
let's see what you come up with.
I'm quite excited to show you, but obviously, this design is inspired by your story and our conversations that we had before this. Yeah, it's something that I find really amazing. Like when we first spoke, is that instant resonance in both of our stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so incredible to me that I can find somebody who share almost the same kind of life path as me. You know, so for those people who don't really know who you are, maybe you can do a little short intro of who you are and what
Yeah.
you do.
So my name is Ikiet, or initial is just YK, right? So I'm basically a photographer that has been, doing content as well for about 5 to 6 years, full-time 7 years. But, I started with a zero art background. So I did aerospace, which is the complete opposite, very structured, very routine. And really, I just stumbled upon photography just as a curiosity, as a hobby. Back then, when Instagram started, which was a long, long time ago,
So long.
I feel like it's like 12 years or 13 years since Instagram launched. I was there on the first year, and social media was very new back then.
Yeah.
So the interaction with online audience that share the same passion, for example, photography, the interaction between communities online is very new. It felt very energetic in a sense. I was very drawn to that. Plus, having passion is the second half. Basically, after school, I had free time. I roam around Singapore to just take photos, and I fell in love with it like that, just with the process.
Yeah.
Soon after, I think I was getting more and more passionate about it, that fast forward, I had to choose what I wanted to do, either, pursue aerospace as my job, or dive into this full time, which is taking a big leap of faith. So I took that leap of faith and never looked back.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't take a degree, by the way. I finished like diploma, and I went to the army, and then
Right.
I had to decide whether if I want to take a degree
Yes.
for aerospace or dive into this full time. And I think, in a way, through my initial years of being curious about photography, I kind of like, came at a standstill point whereby I had to choose either one, because I wouldn't have time for both. Both requires immense amount of effort and time to, fine tune that particular route. So not a lot of people know this, but I actually made a small little bet with my parents after, at the age of 21, 22, to ask them, can I do photography for 1 to 2 years? And if I fail, I can go back to university. I'm still young back then.
Yeah.
Within that 1 or 2 years, I actually went all out and just, like day in and out, do photography. Thankfully, some small jobs came in, and soon after, it became like such a light in the tunnel. Like, okay, like I could do this. Thankfully, my my work through that 1 or 2 years has brought me to like very small, like local news highlight and traditional newspaper as well, which my parents recognize that as achievement.
Yeah, same. I think that's so important for parents, right?
Yeah.
Especially parents of our generation.
Yes.
Yeah, they saw arts as something that was such a bizarre thing to pursue. And then they wouldn't know how well you're doing, like how well their kid is doing, until they made it on the newspapers.
Yeah. I think that was like a message that can be resonated with them if you make it on traditional media for them. So I think that it gave them some kind of hope in a sense whereby like they feel like I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
With that, I managed to continue to persuade them to give me extra time to
Nice.
dabble onto this full time, and it's a snowball. And fast forward, I've landed bigger jobs and bigger clients, and that just no returning back.
Amazing. How did you feel when you realized that photography is something that you can do full time?
To be honest, I actually didn't really had a time to sit down and think and feel only until recent years, because I was so locked in on trying to just fine tune my process and hone my craft. So I think back then it was a constant mix of emotions. Number one is having constant fear, of course, because in the end we are minorities as artists.
Yeah.
So of course financially we are not stable. Having that worries us and the people around us that care. For example, our family, our friends, and that in return gives a lot of doubt. You doubt yourself, like, can you do this for another few years? Can you grow bigger? What are the ways to go around that?
Yeah.
Also in terms of like planning, you have to plan what you want to achieve, because if you are doing this for full time, there has to be like a bigger picture, a vision that you have. So I was fine tuning my photos and my style, but at the same time I was thinking of what to do in maybe 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
There was no much time to dwell deep into reflecting how I feel until COVID, I guess, which was, we had so much free time.
Yeah, we did.
That we start thinking and experimenting and finally have time to process our emotions from, like the whole, I would say for me at least 4 years of chasing this full time. So yeah, COVID was like a big moment for me where a lot of things changed for the better.
In what way?
For you also, I guess, for a lot of artists, for us, our jobs are generally through COVID, they're gone.
Yeah.
No jobs.
I couldn't work at all.
Yeah, same. So I had no jobs, and because my photography is based off shooting outside, lifestyle, and also shooting, like tours and music artists.
Yes.
COVID eliminated everything. And with so much time on my hands, I felt lost. I didn't know what to do. When you are given so much time as an artist, you never had this much of a freedom and liberal duration to do what you want. And so at the very start, with this much ample of time, I felt like, what should I do? I was very confused, right? And at the same time, of course, like being sad and being like dwelling on like, when will the world open up again?
Yeah.
When can I earn money again? When can I do what I want? But that's an unknown back then. So I spent time reflecting. I spent time trying to think of what I should do and be flexible when things like these kind of natural occurrence that you cannot control happen to you. I took a lot of time, dug deep, and realized that I enjoy the process of teaching people, educating like my audience on photography processes. So with that amount of time, I kind of sat down and dig my own brain and just think step by step. How can I pass down my process in a short video format?
Yeah.
So I experimented and I came up with some ideas. I pushed it out, and that actually, thankfully and gratefully, it took off like crazy. And became such a second niche to me. Like my first niche, of course, is like taking photos seeing different perspective in life. But the second now is like education. And pairing that with education, this became such a strong force in the photography world that people start coming to me like, hey, you are the guy that teaches photography, instead of 5 years ago, hey, you are the guy that just takes photos.
Yeah.
So it's such a genuine form of satisfaction that you get from teaching people, and they message you, or they tell you in person, like, because of this video I learned how to take photos better, and now I can take photos better for ABC. Blah, blah,
Wow.
So I guess that's why teachers become teachers for a long time, because they enjoy the satisfaction they get from their students learning genuinely and applying it to their everyday life. So that took off for me really well, and thankfully the world opened again. So I used that to my advantage and basically combine that with photography and commercial jobs. So now clients hire me for my forte, both of my niche, photography and teaching people.
Wow.
So I would, I've landed clients that I wouldn't think of working with, but they got me because of my second niche instead of my first.
Amazing.
Which is education. So yeah, I guess like for me, COVID initially was very bad, and turned around, I capitalized on the time, and it became such a game changer in my career for me. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. I mean, a lot of people suffered through COVID. So it's extra heartening to hear that it actually did wonders for you. Especially because like a lot of us, we were forced to look inwards and to like reflect during COVID, right? That can turn really, really well, or it can also go the other way. Yeah, so it's so nice to hear that it was like a really, really pivotal moment in your career and also in your life. So when reading out about some of your past works, you have worked with some really notable people such as Apple CEO Tim Cook, and also you're a tour photographer for music artist Lauv.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit more about how it feels like to work for these people?
Well, for Tim Cook, it's just like a quick session that one-to-one, being able to host him around Gardens by the Bay Cloud Forest. But I had such an amazing time talking about my process to him and how I became the photographer to who I am today. And having 30 minutes of someone that high profile like Tim Cook's time is just, it's life-changing for me. And I don't think I'll ever forget that moment, because it was not a shared moment. It was just me and him walking around. And
who can have that?
Not many people can say they have a 30-minute session one-to-one with CEO of Apple.
Yes.
So I think that was a clear reminder for me as well, to like a reflection as well of like, I work all my way like to this moment so I can have this 30 minutes, right? And I mean, it's an insane ratio. Like I work like 10 years to have this 30-minute session, exclusive session. But I was of course very, very nervous. We also did rehearsals.
You rehearsed with a fake Tim Cook? Or?
They just told me like, hey, are you free on this date? And we got someone like that we would love you to show that person and share your story with.
You didn't know?
No.
Who?
No.
Until he came?
Well, until the night before.
Oh my gosh. How do you feel when you realize it's Tim Cook?
Honestly, I think at the very start, I was like, why do I have to prepare so much for someone, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, I would guess.
Yeah.
And I would try and search online, like, who else?
Who can it be?
And my guess was actually Tim Cook, because a week before he was already making his way down to Singapore. Actually, he didn't say Singapore, but on his Twitter he was visiting Southeast Asia countries.
I see.
So a few days before the last stop, I think it was either Vietnam or Indonesia. So I was like, yeah, the next gotta be Singapore.
Oh wow, Detective White Kid.
Yeah, I had to because I was so nervous.
I see.
Like, who am I presenting, sharing my story to? Right?
Yes.
So turns out it's actually him. And I think a lot of people ask me, how is it like having this one-to-one session with him? My first my first thought and my first comment to my people that asked me was, he's like a chill grandpa. Because he's all white hair, right?
Yeah.
And he walks very slowly. Well, probably also because it's his first time seeing cloud forest.
Yes.
So he's very amazed by the entire place. So hands behind his back, walking. I also probably hands behind my back sometimes and then just like beside him, just walking.
Yeah.
He's a very quiet but man of less words, but
Yeah.
it's very powerful because I remember through the conversation he asked me this question because I shared like how I shared to you. I started on engineering, photography, and my entire process. So he was like, so how do you see photography? Is it influenced by your engineering background? Is there any influence? So the questions he asked was very intellectual, very human, and less of technicalities, less of like, oh, so what are your bigger projects now and like all that.
Yes.
Yeah, he was asking more of the thought behind who I am
Wow.
as a photographer.
Yes.
So after that, I also dug deep and asked myself, who am I as an artist? Like, how do I have a definitive or somehow a clearer answer to answer people?
Yeah.
Who am I and what am I made up of?
Yes.
We don't need to explain ourselves, but I guess for people who want to know, we need to translate into more understandable layman terms. On the spot, I actually thought of an answer. I don't know how, but maybe I was hyper functioning. So I told him that I am actually influenced by the routine and the structure I had in school.
Yeah.
I am actually an artist that is 50-50. I'm 50% structured. I practice my craft and 50% a creative.
Yeah.
Letting it flow.
Yes.
That became also slowly became like a stronger of an identity, and actually that's also how people start coming to me and tell me like, these pictures are shot by you, right? And I'm like, yeah, how do you know? And it's don't get me wrong, actually it's an amazing feeling to have your work recognized by people by not slapping your name everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, it's such a great feeling and one of the highest compliments you can get as an artist.
Yes.
So I asked them, how do you know? And they are like, from the way you compose, from the way you frame and structure your pictures and letting them feel like they are there. So that's when I start to ask myself, maybe that's my artistic identity. That's how I see the world and that's how people see me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I resonated more. I think in the past I was probably a little bit more against the fact that why am I so routine?
Yeah.
And I wanted to be more like a creative flow kind of person.
Yeah. By routine, you mean you're very systematic?
Yes, I'm a very systematic person.
Uh-huh.
But as a creative, usually you go with the flow, right? You feel things.
Yes.
For example, I'll be at a place and I'll shoot the things I'm comfortable with before being comfortable enough so that I unlock the next step into, okay, let's roam around freely. Let's play with the area.
Yeah.
Let's shoot something without thinking.
Right.
So I think first. I don't feel first.
Oh.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah. But when I think enough,
yes,
then I allow myself to have that 50% to feel.
It's so interesting. It's like for example, every morning I need to do my journaling.
Yes.
I dump my thoughts and then afterwards I can just feel around my day.
Yeah. So for me it's the same. I need to do a set of things to unlock that capacity to be able to, I guess, be comfortable with myself to play around and have free play of like creative craft. And it's actually been it's actually been something I disliked maybe at the very start.
Yeah.
Because I look up to all these amazing artists, and their life is very free flow, very crazy. And I'm like, so my life is not an artist's life. Am I really a photographer? Am I really a creative artist?
Yeah.
Because I'm so routine.
Wow.
So I felt like I did not fit in.
That's so interesting. Because on the other hand, that's me, who's like, I am not disciplined. I'm not systematic. Like for you, I feel like one of the big reasons why that you can grow so fast on social media, not just because your content is good, but it's also because you're so consistent.
I think that's something that I learned to embrace, and having consistency and discipline in your art is actually something that I guess people don't really often also talk about.
Yeah.
Because to create great art, traditionally people would be like, you need to be in the zone and be like, feel it and create the best art. But to be in the zone, sometimes you have to put yourself in the zone.
Yes.
And how do you put yourself in the zone? You have to show up.
Yes.
You have to be consistent.
Yes.
Yeah. So I embraced that over my later half of my career, which is this few years, which is also why I got a tattoo that they are this half building and half camera.
Yeah.
Because I'm structured. I'm a structured.
That is so interesting. Like I would never imagine you to be a very structured creative. But now it all makes sense also.
I guess after knowing it myself and people telling me.
Yeah.
So I embraced that as my identity, and it's actually quite liberating. After that, I was like, okay, this is who I am. I can do things. I'm not limited by traditional beliefs or being a creative means you need to be 100% free.
Exactly. Yeah. And all this transpired because of what Tim Cook asked you about your process.
Well, that was one of it, but I think like everything built up to it, right? Before that, I was always questioning myself, like, who am I? Because I guess on our private conversation as well, I also tell other people there is this Maslow hierarchy of needs in the art form, right?
Yeah.
You fulfill basic chasing for your style and like money and all that, and then you reach a higher level where you are like, so who am I?
Yeah.
Right?
What now?
Yeah. What
I
now?
have all these things. Yeah. So like, what is the thing that matters now?
Yes. Yeah. So I reached that level, and I wanted to understand myself. So everything was building up, and when Tim Cook asked that, I dug deeper. And then now I'm fully embracing my creative identity.
Amazing. What is your creative version of a comfort food project?
I'm a very balanced creative. Again, structure versus creative 50-50.
Yeah.
So if I were to choose like a comfort food, which is localized, my favorite is chicken rice.
Chicken rice.
Right. But I think I will put a twist to it because I like contrast.
Yeah.
So I would put a few creative ingredients to spice up the chicken rice.
Yeah.
That complements well.
Yeah.
Which might be either make the chicken dip in truffle.
Oh wow.
Or have the rice fragrant, but also maybe change it to blue pea rice.
Wow.
Or just make a twist from it.
Yeah.
That's how I resonate the things I do in my everyday life and the craft that I'm doing, just like something with a twist, add on. Yeah.
Wow. So can I say your ideal go-to when it comes to reimagining something in your work is taking out the unique element to it and then elevating it with a twist?
Yeah, something like that. Of course, everything is done before.
Yeah.
Every artistic craft of some sort. So I'm just putting my own take to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how I try to take the good from everything and make it like a ice blender. And just create my own drink, create my own recipe. Yeah.
That's interestingly Singapore in a nutshell.
It is. It's our culture.
Yeah, our culture of is a melting pot of different cultures, of constant elevation. rethinking, reinventing.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I think the way we are being brought up here has a direct correlation to our creative path. And, I'm grateful we are in the space where we can have a variety of extreme ends. We can eat like cai fan, right?
Yeah.
For $4, and we can go like
that.
Like $400.
Yeah.
So that's just food. But having a variety in culture and lifestyle gives us the option to choose and options to create and fine-tune our own recipe. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Like, was your social media growth the reason why you got to work with many big names like Lauv?
Working with Lauv was actually before COVID.
Oh, it was before COVID.
Yeah. So I first met him 6 years ago. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he had a show, 2-night show in Capital.
Yes.
I believe it was 2017 or 2018. Soon after, they emailed me and I shot the show. He enjoyed the photos and the team enjoyed it as well. I had a great chemistry during that 2 nights with the entire team. So soon after, they got me on for the entire Asia tour.
Wow. Before you started working with Lauv and all that, like, do you have all this like in your aspirations?
I think through my journey, like at some point, of course, I think I want to, within my passion is to document like high profile people because I think the in-between in life is something that people often look for and are very interested in.
Yeah.
So all these people have a crazy day-to-day life. I want to document their life in a way whereby people understand what's going on in their head, what's going on through their daily life to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And give them a glimpse of intimacy in their everyday living.
Wow.
So when this opportunity came up, I said yes, and thankfully also the team trusted me, he trusted me, and it's been going strong to now. Actually, he was not the first person I shoot for music concerts. I started shooting DJs, so it was in nightclubs. So it's super different industry. And shooting DJs have a different tone.
Yeah.
Shooting basically like concert singers.
Wow, actually, yeah.
But I have a deep passion for shooting music because I guess as artists we resonate to sound and music a lot, for me at least. And I want to translate that into my own way of expression for them and for their audience.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to document their life. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a super fun but also unrelated question.
Cool.
If you only have 20 minutes to pack for a gig that you need to shoot Beyonce's concert, what will you pack? 20 minutes.
What do I have to deliver?
Oh, you have to deliver her concert photos.
Okay. I'll just bring a point and shoot.
That's all.
Yeah.
You're not scared that it's not enough?
No. I think because a part of me wants to be different, but also a part of me wants to strip all the processes beside, because this is a clear window of big opportunity where every photographer is looking at you like this guy is landing this gig. You will assume this guy is going to have all the big gears, but I want to prove to the world that you don't need an insane like camera work like gears to be able to shoot this big of a show. You just need the eye and the story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let your work speak for itself.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Have you actually done that before? Going to a job with just a point and shoot?
I've done it with an iPhone. Just an iPhone, yeah.
And did like clients bat an eye with it?
Well, you have to tell them first, right?
I see.
And they're okay, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How is it like working for Lauv?
I think in the industry, you meet many kinds of people, and thankfully he is someone that is so genuine and so authentic that you see it of the reflection of their audience.
Oh.
Yeah, their audience enjoy his music, but more importantly, they enjoy him as a person.
Oh.
Because he's very genuine and authentic. He shares a lot about his struggles, his life basically.
Yeah.
So people connected with that,
Right.
and it's very relatable. great music, but also a great person in terms of like how raw he is with his message and his audience. So I felt that, of course, in person, touring with him 24/7, day-to-day life. That's what I tell people around me that ask me about being a photographer for a music artist. You have this power of being actually the only person to be able to see how the artist views the audience and the audience viewing the artist. You are in the middle. They can't cast themselves out and be in that position. Only you have that eye and that camera to like decide what to shoot, right? You can't also give too much of the intimacy and privacy of the artist away. But you want to give enough so the audience have a taste of it.
That's so interesting. The things that you need to think about as a photographer. Does he give you any brief to think in this way, or it was just something that you picked up?
He's very like free flow, like whatever goes along, and thankfully we connected creatively also. So he always gives me full creative freedom, and this thought just came to my mind while touring because I started to realize I was physically walking everywhere, right? Backstage and front of house and the audience crowd. And I was like, only I have this capability, perspective of like going all around and seeing different perspective within 1 hour.
That's crazy.
So after that, it came to realization that I have such power, so I should harness that power and basically like, give the best images as I can to all of them seeing. To him, to the audience, to the public crowd. So I feel like that was my little calling within shooting the tour photography. And I hope like people who have followed me all along can see that through the images. It encapsulates a little bit of his everyday life and also the concert images.
Of course. Oh my gosh, you're not just a photographer.
I guess so.
You're like a seer,
Seer, that's a new like...
essentially. I mean, my partner is a videographer also. Sometimes I realize his invisibility is a strength because that's when people can be so authentically themselves, right?
That's true.
And because you see what you see and then you know how to direct your lens to capture what you see. And that's when you can like accurately capture the essence of humanity. You know what I mean? Like that split moment.
It's a skill to harness. It's a skill to witness things, but it's another skill to translate that into whatever craft you're doing. Can be music, can be photos, can be videos. So that involves a lot, right? You're right, Sia. That involves a lot of sensitivity in observation of what's around you. I'm thankful that I only shot music 3 years after my career because the first 3 years I was building my foundation on observation. I started off street photography. So I started off being outside on the streets and witnessing chaos, right? There's so many things happening outside. So it takes a lot of practice and skills to filter out what you want to see and what you want to translate out in photos for people to view.
Ooh, would you say that ability to see or your perspective determines your style as a photographer?
Very much so, I believe, because it's your identity, right? Your style is your identity, and the way you craft art is how you perceive yourself looking at the world. So I think, it is.
What questions do you ask yourself to hone into that unique perspective that you have when you're, let's say, for example, shooting street photography?
Usually I land myself in environments where a lot of things are happening at the same time. And to a lot of people, when they visit a new place, for example, me included, everything is fresh, right? But over a certain amount of time, if I'm there for like 1 hour, this old man playing basketball will be normal. To me, to you, to everyone. So it's a double-edged sword. When I have the ability and luxury of time to be in that environment for a longer time, I become more sensitive because I get more numb to the repetitive things around the environment, but I also have time now to pick up what is something that people don't often see. And that's when, I guess that's my niche. That's when I try and translate that, the often unseen angles, perspective, or character on the streets, and take pictures of that and just convey that to the audience. And a lot of people message me and tell me that they look at my photo and they be like, it's shot by YK. I'm like, how?
How do you know?
Right? Like, how do you know? I want to know as well.
Yeah.
And I guess over the years, it kind of like boiled down to this is a feeling of being there.
Yeah.
Like, I guess my photos convey a message of letting people feel like they are in the scene because of how I view that environment and translate that. And people can resonate to that with my pictures. So I guess that's my style. Yeah, because there's a lot of interviews that interview me and they always ask this thing. So like, so what's your style? Right?
Yeah.
For the first few years, I struggled with the answer for that.
It's so hard as an artist to know what is your own style because it's just your own sensitivity.
Yes, correct. You are doing it effortlessly.
Yes.
And, like there is this is not an exam question answer, right? So you don't really have to answer that all the time. And to us as artists, we just feel and we just convert that into something. So I guess the answer comes from getting feedback from and also messages from people.
Right. Yes.
I guess same for you too. People around you start to tell you certain things and you are like, okay, that's who I am.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Right?
But also it doesn't mean that it never changes.
Yes.
I think.
You're always changing as an artist.
Yeah.
And but I guess at this stage in life, that's who I am.
Yeah.
A person who is sensitive to the environment and can make people feel like they're there.
Yeah.
I guess that's my style of images. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Was it always sunshine and rainbows in your career? Or has there been a low time in your career as well?
There was no definitive sunshine and rainbows and storm. It's like the weather of Singapore. It's happening every now and then, interchanging.
Yeah.
It's a mix of everything at the same time.
Wow.
So thankfully, my career took off really well pre-COVID. And COVID was the storm. And then everything took off again after COVID. But there is another storm after COVID, which was like 1 or 2 years ago. Because again, like we mentioned, that pyramid, that hierarchy of needs. And I was figuring myself out on what I want to be for the next 10 years or 20 years. And I can continue to do commercial works and continue to shoot for my own portfolio and gain followers, whatever, and all that. But I tell people as well now, like I also ask myself, like, is it finally enough if I have maybe like 5 more million? Like, is it finally enough if I work with all these brands and check off? So this was a different storm than 5 years ago. 5 years ago, the storm was in relation to how can I be better as a photographer that serves work to myself and the people. But now the storm is in relation to how can I be an artist. Yeah, it's something a little different.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Would you say you were not an artist before that? Contemplation?
Yes, I was. So I was trying to be someone or something, and I keep chasing for the process of becoming bigger as a photographer. Yeah, I was lost in the process because I was trying to obviously do better work.
Yeah.
Get more followers, so in return I get bigger jobs and get paid as a content creator. But I think at some point I felt like I was becoming a hamster on a wheel.
Oh.
I was doing the same thing.
Mm.
And don't get me wrong, I think I'm very grateful to, having this unique journey in Singapore. But I kind of find myself being trapped also because won't it become the same thing as a corporate job if I continue to chase more and more and that satisfaction is only external?
Yeah.
Jobs, money,
Yeah.
audiences, stats and all that.
Yeah.
So
Acute awareness, actually.
So over time, I realized I was running the hamster wheel a little bit faster, more and more. So I felt a little bit jaded. Yeah. So I was going through creative identity crisis and I felt like if I continue to do the same thing, I am just another photographer. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to be honest. I think there are a lot of people who continue to hold on their craft and grow like that. But that's when I realized, am I satisfied? Am I internally satisfied? Maybe before that I was, because my vision was to build and grow.
Yeah.
But now the satisfaction changed. I wanted to fulfill inner satisfaction as a creative photographer, artist. So that's why when you ask, so am I an artist now? I would like to say I'm working towards it. I'm trying to be an artist because I don't want to do the same work. I want to do work that has intention, that satisfy me, and also that has either a story or a message from my craft to people that can resonate with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how that ideal work looks like?
I think I'm going to start off with sharing my processes, not just as a photographer, but also as a human. So I want to share who I am as a person and how I create art, combine these two, guide people who want to do creative photography, teach people how to be sensitive and see the world. I think because that is my forte, so I want to hone on that and have my unique perspective and share with the audience. I think that is what satisfies me, and it will make me really happy to, in the future, to see people gaining so much knowledge from that and seeing the world in their own ways. So collectively, I think also at the same time, I guess build, not for myself, but for the greater community, to be able to let like-minded people fast track for them. I've been through 10 years. I want this to be 2 years just for you.
Wow. Well, that's very noble.
There's a part of me that is knocking on my own door like, hey, like it's time to get off the wheel and do something else. I guess that was this was the something else that I want to do.
That's so amazing. And I feel like I made it at the right time when you're like in this phase now, because I feel like we do share that same phase. I think a very big reason why I felt like our stories really resonate with each other is also because we went through that. We had fame, we had we reached the goals that we wanted, and then now what? Right? What does fulfillment or actual deep sustainable fulfillment looks like? Because for me, when I kept chasing all that, and then after I reached all those goals, I started to realize, then there's no reason for me to keep drawing anymore. Since I already reached those goals, right? And that
like if you draw 10 more things, like the feeling is the same.
Exactly. So I believe we have to reach that stage in order for us to be like, okay,
reflective.
So what's more? For me, right, one of the things that I used to struggle with is that I think people conflate my success with my happiness. So when I choose to, let's say, stop what was working, what was giving me that huge success, a lot of people didn't understand it. So I was wondering if you have any big misconceptions that people have regarding your craft or your journey.
I think in terms of how people who don't know us, you're right, they relate our success to happiness. To be very, very honest, it does give that form of happiness. Because, first of all, we are doing what we like.
Yes.
And if we're being rewarded for what we like, of course we're happy, right? Yeah. But I think it's such a complex feeling when you are constantly being rewarded for your work. Now you have a higher standard of happiness.
Yeah.
And you want to chase for even something more. You don't really know yet. I don't really know yet, but I'm like, this is okay.
Yeah.
But I think I want to move one level above okay.
Yeah.
I think also there are some people that are comfortable with what they're having, their stage in life and happiness. I think that's fine. But if you understand yourself, and at least for me, when I get too comfortable, I start to feel a bit jaded and like maybe I want like something more. I will push myself. So that's when I want to get one level on top of that, and that's when, like your question, people would be like, why do you want to go one level higher? What's the point? And they don't really understand. And why do you want to pivot and when things are working the way it is?
Precisely.
At the same time, I was trying to explain to people that were asking me, but I think at some point, no explanation is needed. You only need to answer to yourself.
It's true.
Yeah. So with that, it's not that I gave up, but I have a standard answer I give to people, and if they understand, great. If not, I'm in my head. I'm just like, it's okay. I'm just going to work on my own path and myself, and as long as I'm happy, that's what it all matters, because you are safeguarding your own feelings. Your feelings are not managed by someone. So I want to chase that higher level of satisfaction. Again, like just now, backtracking to like trying to package this whole thing and guide people on sensitivity, on my photography and all that. So I think that's what giving back, basically, that's another level of success to me.
Now this new success is not as quantifiable.
Yes.
Then how will you measure your own level of fulfillment?
To me, it's a feeling.
Yeah,
it's just a feeling. At least for me, when I'm looking forward to doing it again, like really genuinely looking forward, I think that's happiness to me.
It's true. Yeah, to me, I mean, I was just like thinking, what will my answer be? And I realized actually there's no need to even measure anymore. Yeah, because like what matters most is me feeling excited to do it all over again.
Yeah, right? And to be honest, there's no formula to living life, right? These are all just societal standards.
100%.
And society deems success and materials and money as categorized as A, B, C. But do we need to like follow A, B, C? Yeah. Well, I guess if you want to be with the crowd, accepted for being the standard of high level and success and happiness, A, B, C is gonna work.
Yeah.
I guess if you dig deep, then maybe I want option D, I want option E, and not many people have walked that path. So you ask yourself like would I be lost? And as humans, I guess we want comfort. So there are a lot of times, even me myself, like I would want to be in ABC. Yeah, it takes bravery. It takes internal reflection to be able to be confident, even to walk on that different path and chase for this different kind of happiness that is not quantifiable.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there is absolutely no wrong in chasing for the common metrics of success. There is also no wrong in redefining that version of success for yourself. I think what is the most important, especially if we rely on creating for a living, is really understanding what we want and what is that version of success for ourselves. So, okay, based on our conversation, you actually use the word sensitivity quite a lot. Can you tell us a bit more why that word means so much to you?
So to be able to be sensitive is something that you have to cultivate and practice. And that is in direct correlation to my creative journey. Like I want to be intentionally more sensitive so I can let people feel more in the pictures I convey, in the art I convey. So that's why this is one of the big words for me, one of the core things that I see and look for in my creative process.
And in that note, when was the last time you felt truly seen from something that you made? For me, right, it was when I didn't even notice that I had a style, I think. And when people can articulate that back to me, or even to articulate what my work meant, especially because I've been experiencing a lot of imposter syndrome as somebody who is self-taught. Yeah, so I really didn't really think that I was an artist, or I could even call myself one. But then when people started to reflect back to me what I wanted to express in all those works, or in everything that I try to put myself in regards to like content, or my Jagua body artworks, and that made me realize like, wow, maybe I am an artist, because it's not just about the action of making art, but it was me trying to express something that I couldn't quantify into words sometimes, into pictures, into content, into artworks, and people can see right through me because of that.
Okay. Right. So your art was a medium, and in return you feel seen because they understood your art.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Even though that was not the intention that I had when I put things out.
I felt seen, like really seen, when people come up to me in person. For example, I've been conducting workshops. I've been conducting small talks, panels here and there. And after the sessions, people come up to me and they tell me, I started picking up a camera, I started learning how to take photos because of you, of that particular content you posted online. So I felt that's my answer, I guess, to how I felt really seen, because I really want to educate again. And by having these direct impact and them telling me now in person, it came a full circle. I'm like, I did it. Like, some people even come up to me like, you are the reason that I started photography. I'm like, that's insane. Like, it warms my heart. And also like, really, I cannot like even get a grip in my head like how
much impact
I've influenced in people who just wanted to try this. So I felt really seen like that, and I really want to inject that spark in them, even if it's, if I give a 2-hour workshop and it lingers on in their head for years, but I built a seed in them, right? Like someday they will look back and they will start this journey because of that one particular talk I have with them. Yeah, so that's how I feel. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, to me the most powerful interactions are when I meet people that follow me online, offline. Yeah, because it's so easy to see them as just one view, one person, one account commenting.
True.
Yeah, but when you can actually feel like how much they mean it when they say that you impacted their life for the better. Well, I think that's like the most magical moment ever.
It's crazy how like one on digital versus one in physical is the entire world. It's so different. Like sometimes I'm very grateful for like such a like amazing and big following, but sometimes me myself I have to catch myself being chasing and jaded. I'm like, for example, this has 30,000 or like 100,000 people viewing my video. Oh, it's not doing that good. I have average videos doing better. But can you imagine like 100,000 viewing in real life. That's a stadium.
That's a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's sometimes I have to catch myself and tell myself like the people who you have impacted, the people you can never get a grasp of like how much you really have impacted, but like that's how I felt like seeing when people it translates into physical life.
Yeah.
People come up to you and tell you directly like how much you have changed their entire life.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. I live for moments like that.
Same. And I've also witnessed it firsthand from like following again like high profile artists and their fans, pour out their heart and write letters to them, and it's just like the sheer power of how one person have. I'll never take that for granted. Yeah, we have a lot of power and responsibility, but so I feel like at least I want to be a responsible like educator and creative artist.
It's interesting how you would love to teach as a creative, because like I think where we came from, right, when we started like 7, 8, I don't know how many years ago. It was like a no man's land in terms of like the creative industry, where being a freelance creative full time was something that was so unheard of. And it was so hard to find anybody who would be willing to teach us. Because it was such a gated industry also. So like to me, I also had to get over myself in terms of like, you know, this craft is something that I learned on my own, and now if I do want to consider teaching it, you know what I mean, like it will also I mean at one point in time when I was younger, obviously I was like battling with like, oh, what if I teach it and then people just use it and then like
like take advantage and
something like that, or like it's like giving away your unique power, your skill.
True. I guess that's also why I resonate and understand parts of people who gatekeep, because they feel like if they share everything, then their rice bowl is taken away. I guess that's where I think a little different. I feel like if you share more, I don't think your rice bowl will be taken away, as I feel like there's plenty of fishes in the ocean.
Exactly.
You won't lose your job. And in fact, you empower people.
Exactly.
Right? And when you empower people, then the community gets stronger. And in return, the bigger picture, that will drive more demand. Because the creative scene is growing and people are getting better. So that's how I see it. And that's why I'm generous in sharing everything as I am able to. People again, like what I said, cut short their learning journey from 10 to maybe 3 or 4 years, and as a community grow faster and stronger.
Wow, that is amazing how you had that first perspective, even from the get-go. It was something that I had to really like think about, you know? Maybe also because like I was the only one who was doing it at that point of time. So a lot of people were like on two separate camps. One is like, you know, if you could teach people, then you could basically just make an industry a lot bigger, like you know, make it more vibrant and all that. And but there's another camp which are like, you're the only one who's doing this now. Like if you teach people, then
you'll lose your
lose your edge. So meeting people who are so willing to teach from the get-go is something that is surprising in our country.
I guess so. Because it's a lot of layers to why we think that way. Society and the way we are brought up. Like, for example, if you're in a traditional family, you will grow up and be like, you better ace your exams, and then like, you know, if not, like somebody would take over you. That. So it's very like for yourself kind of thing.
Dog
world. That has like repercussions when you come out in the industry. And if you are like holding your craft to such a elite and unique level, then I guess like at the back of your head, you growing up, you'll be like, oh, I shouldn't share all this, and like someone will take my job and I will lose it all. I guess that's why I try and think differently. I think at the very start I also think like that. I feel like it's a step-by-step thing also.
Yeah.
The more I share, the more I feel satisfied teaching people. And I was like, that's great. Like, I should keep on chasing for that and don't see a point gatekeeping.
Yes. It was really true teaching that made me realize all those things I was worrying about was just unfounded. In a sense. I mean, like, there was some logic to it, but I realized the satisfaction from seeing the transformations of the students in real life, that is so much more satisfying as compared to, like, gatekeeping everything to myself.
Yes. Yeah. For me, I guess, just sharing, educating people satisfy me. So I like that standard of happiness that I'm chasing. So I work towards that.
Nice. Would you say that being self-taught was the very reason why you wanted to teach now?
Part of the reason, yes, it's because 10 years ago, when we first started out in our respective industry, not much people are doing this.
Yeah.
In fact, almost alone.
Yeah.
So I wish back then there was a community or a mentor or someone to guide me on what to do. And honestly, executing the technicality, like taking the photo, is the easiest part.
Yeah.
I can learn YouTube, I can learn, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's the soft skills in between that you need to learn to become who you are as a photographer, as an artist. So I think that I wish someone was there to guide me and hold my hand a little bit, which inspired me also now to want to share more so they don't feel alone.
Yeah.
But of course, right now, there are more people doing this. More people share the similar struggles. But also, I guess it helps with people like us who have been through. When we say something, maybe there's more depth and meaning and they will listen more. I don't know.
I think so. I think so, definitely.
Yeah. But the main reason is for me to guide and hold their hand so they don't feel like how I felt, how we felt when we first started.
Yeah. To me, it was very similar, like when I first started, I felt so lost and it was just like a lot of experimenting. But I think precisely because of the experiments that we've been through, we have all the data points that we can now teach to the people that were like us 10 years ago.
Yeah. Basically, what we want to share, in layman terms, are blind spots for people that will not look and see intentionally because it's a blind spot.
Yeah.
They can't see. So we are sharing with them these things so they can keep a lookout. Of course, it's their own path. They walk their own way. But we're just sharing the environment they are in.
Yeah. Just so that they wouldn't get into mishaps.
The
obstacles that we got into when we were younger.
So we share more and have them have more of a clearer understanding and maybe even confidence to continue step by step to pursue this on their own speed and their own direction. Yeah.
Okay, so now a serious-ish question. What will you tell the younger YK 10 years ago?
Like, I think that's like a very interesting question because I was being asked this like on a previous interview as well. Like my past, like 3 years ago, me, something like that, I would tell myself to be like, oh, go out there and do more and like be more adventurous. But at this stage, the answer I'm telling you now, I would tell myself like, just trust your instincts. Just do the thing you're supposed to do and don't change, right? Yeah. It's a paradox. I'm here who I am today because of every single step that I've taken. If I do something a little different, I wouldn't be myself like that now. Yeah. So I would tell my younger self, there's nothing you can change and you should change. Just you do you. Yeah, you do you, bro. Just
oh, that's what everyone needs to hear.
Yeah. So I think that's something that I feel like my younger self will not appreciate and be like, what the heck? Like, you are giving me nothing.
Saying so much but also nothing at all.
But I guess like I'll tell him like, when you are me now, you will understand.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my gosh, so funny because like we specifically spoke about how when we were younger, we wanted to look for a mentor.
Yes.
But it's so funny because if we really were to get a real mentor, which is like us
Yes.
10 years later, right?
Yes.
We will be telling them, just trust
Just
your own
do
instinct."
you.
And they'll be like, "Ah, got no mentor and mentor, no difference."
Why do I get you for? Like what? It's an irony, but yes.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell my younger self.
Yeah, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, so I think that's precisely why we need to define our own versions of success.
Yeah. You're right.
And that is linked to my message to you in this tattoo.
So cool. Oh my
I don't know if
gosh.
you can see well at all.
It's flower,
Yeah.
leaves, and the two big sentence.
Yes.
Finding who you are and losing who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any guesses as to
I'm guessing there's arrows.
yeah?
So it's a constant flow of finding and losing and figuring yourself out, your true self.
Yes.
That's my guess.
Yes, actually that's so close to it.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me just start from the flower. So I gave you a spiraling chrysanthemum because I think whatever that you just spoke of and I think whatever that drives you and your philosophy in terms of like creating and in terms of looking at your career, it's like this ongoing spiral.
Okay.
You're constantly trying to reinvent yourself and you're never really resting. I think that's just like how life is. And your journey is not linear as with anybody else's. And when you told me that right now you want to focus more on teaching and just trying to be more sensitive in the photos that you take, it made me look inwards also at my own journey. Like, what do I need to hear at this point in time? Because I think when you are in the transitional phase of trying to try something new out and also sort of not really abandoning something old, but really like kind of leaving it to try and reinvent yourself again, you'll be in this state where you will definitely face a bit of confusion. Like, am I doing the right thing? Like, am I in the right place? Am I behind?
Yeah.
Or am I ahead? And you'll just be so unsure whether or not to trust your intuition. Because I think it's so easy to be like, yeah, you need to trust your intuition, you need to trust your intuition. But then like, self-doubt will always find its way in.
It's very confusing and it's always a fear induced that we are not trained to face fear all the time confidently.
Yes.
So it's something that we're learning about ourselves as we go by, be more confident a little bit, but the fear evolves.
Yes.
That's why it's fear, right? I guess you conquered your initial stage of life, great. And then there's a harder level.
Exactly. Always. There will always be like a higher level boss. Yeah. Which is why like life just goes on in this spiral, right?
I see.
It's never constant. Yeah, so there are elements of spirals around. This is kind of like like seashells.
Yes.
They kind of spiral. Yeah. So I think my message to you is to be so present in this state. I think it's such a beautiful state of becoming. Yeah, like
love.
We are both discovering that we are not our art, but our art is us.
Yes. I get what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah. We are vessels of the art, right? We are mere human beings translating what we feel from the universe and external source and translate into a form where we want people to feel, listen and hear.
Yes.
We are the middleman woman.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I think maybe because we understand that, we find that it is so enriching to teach. To let other people experience
the same thought, feeling.
Yeah.
Love.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me and doing this amazing art. I think like you just unlock like a temptation to do a real piece on this arm. So
oops.
maybe a few months down the road, another video I'll be like This is real.
Oh my! And then the next episode, I'll have to draw somewhere else.
So I'm sorry, guys. There will be like a series where it's my name, and then there's like it gets more.
Yeah,
So,
it gets more,
yeah.
and it gets more and more odd.
It gets more odd. Different phases of my life.
Yeah, exactly. That would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you like it.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Amazing.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.